When you're seeing a woman who you're looking to approach, and you have the desire to approach her, but your emotions aren't backing you up and your body's slowing you down, what it is that you're being stifled in due to impulse control. So what I do is I call it proof, not promises. You want to view your brain as a horse, and you have to be good at tricking the horse into doing what you want it to do. Everything that I do on a day-to-day basis is constantly me tricking my brain. I trick my brain. Now, I'm feeling unstifled just by maybe doing a little bit of silly stuff. It's like a shell that you break out of, okay? I used to do exercises with students. I don't do this anymore. I was afraid I'd get in trouble. But I literally make them take their shirt off and run through the streets going, I'm free, or like put a shirt on like a ninja mask, just walk around and be like, hiya, chung chung chung, like, like running through the streets. Some of the best moments of my life were doing that. It's exhilarating, I gotta tell you. Because what happens is that you'll feel your body going, no, 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 like this, and then because you're doing something so dramatic, like running around shirtless or running around with a ninja mask on your head, and I had to have like my boots on my feet and start doing like ninja poses and shit, it's completely bizarre. It's just a social experiment, but it taught me something. What would happen is I'd feel like, no, 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 and then all of a sudden my brain would go, he's doing this. This motherfucker's doing this. Let's make it better, because he's gonna do it. And so it's almost like, you're thinking of climbing a mountain, and your brain's like, no, no, don't climb the mountain, don't climb the mountain, look down, it looks all scary. You look down, you get all scared, but if you just force through it and you start climbing that mountain, all of a sudden your brain shifts lenses, and it's like, maybe climbing the mountain's fun. Dude, that shit down there, don't even worry about that. There's the next rock, there's the next rock. And you start to focus on the upside, you start to go up. Your brain actually shifts lenses in terms of what it's focusing on. Here's what my brain led me to do. It led me to have success barriers. It led me not to approach women. It led me to be a coward. It led me to be depressed. It led me to make excuses. It fucked my life up. My brain's default pattern is like this garden full of weeds. I've personally found that my brain will grow weeds and I have to pluck the fucking weeds. At times, I will browbeat myself. If I fucked up, I will sit around beating myself up for a while and think how I'll change. But I don't browbeat myself for no reason. I don't just browbeat myself like, I'm dumb, I'm dumb, I'm dumb. I'll be like, no, what I'm doing right now is fucking pathetic. This is a goddamn joke. How will I change? What would I change a week ago? What would I change a month ago? What would I change a year ago? And I reflect on that. As a man, I think you have to have nights like that. You have to have nights like where you just sit around and think about it. Like if I do something wrong, sometimes I'll take an afternoon off, like 3 or 4 hours, and I'll sit alone in a room and I will ruminate on what I did wrong. That's healthy, because that's gonna you got the ship, it's on autopilot, and you spend those couple hours turning the rudder to go somewhere else. That's healthy. I have days like that regularly. If your brain is giving you a hard time, little do you realize, if your brain's giving you a hard time, it could mean that by the time that you actually tame the damn thing, it's gonna be amazing. It could be amazing. Like, I probably have some kind of light autism or Asperger's or something, I don't really know. And what does that mean? I mean, people are like, what does that mean? Like, you're like, autism, oh my God, what does that mean? It means that you think with depth, not breadth. That's all it means. Doesn't mean I'm walking like retarded like that. That's a more extreme case on the spectrum. On a light case on the spectrum, you just see things deeply. You dissect things deeply. That's what my brain does. My brain is always going deep all the time. I'm either present in the moment, in which case everything's nice and light, or I'm pulling shit apart, thinking of all the different directions of shit. Some people call that bad. It was bad for me because I couldn't socialize for 20 years. But now that I figured out how to work it, I have an advantage. I'd like to see somebody who doesn't have a brain like mine try to do what I'm doing. It'd be tough. And it'll keep switching on more and more. Your intelligence, if you keep reading great books, put healthy shit in your body, challenge yourself, put yourself through stress, try different things, your brain will keep switching on more and more and more. But the last thing I'd say on this topic is, look at what I'm doing here, how it's focused on thriving and not coping. So you could look at what I'm saying and be like, oh, this is a little much, it's a little heavy. I mean, clearly it's not for everybody. But what I found was, you wanna know the best way to get out of your petty problems? Get better problems. Start thinking bigger, and then this other shit will seem small. The problem with a lot of dudes is they're not thinking very big. And if they're not thinking big, then anxiety over approaching a woman is very real and pervasive and consuming. And you can tell the size of a man by the size of his problems, can't you? So a man who's very upset and overwhelmed by a small problem is probably a man with smaller ambitions and a smaller circle of concerns, as Stephen Covey would call it. Because I was walking around in such an angry, petty state for so many years, I actually found a lot of relief in thinking bigger. It actually, paradoxically, made my life easier. It made my life less painful, less shitty by thinking bigger. Because now, oh, I'm afraid to approach that girl? well, I got a lot bigger shit to worry about than this. Let's go. So that's what I think is like in thriving as opposed to coping. In coping, everything seems like a big deal. Oh, I'm feeling bad today. That's another big thing is wrapping with this. Like everything I'm talking to you guys about is about thriving, not coping. Don't need to do it to be happy. You can be in coping and be happy. Again, you're coping, flip your phone, have a good little wank, you're good. You can be happy. But to me, happiness is setting the bar low. You know, people say happiness is the ultimate. Dude, you're making happiness too complicated. Flip your fucking phone. You'd be happy. You know, guys like, I just want to get a job at Subway. Dude, how about this? Stop worrying about the job at Subway. Let's buy the Subway. Then you can put the fucking little paper hat on and hire yourself. You know, right? So it's like you get bigger, like think bigger, and then you're going to a different paradigm. Like, what was it, Einstein or someone? Like you can't solve the problem at the paradigm at which it was created. Go to a higher paradigm. So, yeah, I love the concept of thriving. I don't think thriving is necessary to be happy. I think you'd be happy. I mean, a lot of people that are coping through life that are still happy. But I think you can be happy anyway, and then you could thrive. Just if you want to. Just if you want to. That's it. No need to. There's no need to.